guys, it's Nikki, Creative Nikki's Homemade Crafts. Today I would like to teach you how I sew together these awesome, beautiful squares that I'm making into a giant blanket. Now, this is a part of a crochet along, and I have the pattern link for this specific part below. So if you're interested in the exact tutorial, if the video is not enough and you would like to have additional information as well as the pattern, please check out the link below if you're on YouTube. So this is really easy. Okay, so let me show you how I do this. So I have 3 different types of squares. Okay, I'm gonna turn the light on in a second so you see the color differences, but I want to show you the diagram first because once I turn the light on you're gonna not see this part anymore. Okay, so let me explain real quick the diagram. Okay, so I have here an R for red, then L for light purple, and then D for dark purple. I'll show you in a second the difference, but you can kind of see that this is already darker than that one. So, and I have them lined up so that they go in a diagonal. Okay, so this is how I assemble them, but you can assemble them the way you want them. Okay, but the main purpose is how to sew together. I just want to explain to you what I'm doing. So I have the reds here, light purple here, dark purple, red, light, dark, and so forth, until I have all 30 squares together. Okay, now you could do all kinds of different versions of how you sew or stitch or crochet all the pieces together. There's many different versions out there. This is one of the many versions, and I really prefer that. Now let me show you exactly what I mean by that. Let me turn on my light so you can see it. Alright, so okay, so here we go. I want to make sure you can see everything. Alright. Okay, so as you can see, there's 3 different types of color as the flowers right here. So I wanted, because these are flowers, I wanted to have the green as the grass. Now, if I would have done it in, let's say, the join as you go method, it would have some gaps in between. And I didn't want that. I wanted it to be similar to a grass area. So let me kind of lift this up so you can kind of see. This is really flat, okay? Because I sewed it together, it is really flat. It doesn't have any bumps, it doesn't have any holes. So it really assembles a grass area that has the flowers on it. Okay, so that is the reason why I'm sewing it. Now let me show you exactly how I sew this together, okay? I'm going to use these 2 as an example. Okay, let me zoom in a bit. Make sure you can see everything. Okay, so you attach a yarn on one of the corners. I just knot it up and then I weave in the leftover end. Now, of course, if you go a long way, you don't have to do it every single step. I'm just showing it the way you would connect 2 squares, okay? You can sew it up in the way you want it in order not to have to weave in so many ends. Now the whole purpose of this sewing technique is to make sure that these V's attach each other so they are kind of together, right? They're facing each other. So I don't want to sew up and down. I want to sew in between and weave them like a zigzag over, similar to a mattress stitch, okay? So I want to go from the inside of the V. So let me see if I can zoom in just a hint more. Okay, so I'm going through here like this instead of going through here. I don't want to do that because then you can see the yarn laying on top of it. I want to try to hide it, okay? I want to hide it so it doesn't even look like that I sewed it together. So I want to go through here on one side, and then I go over to the other side and do the same thing. So you just go underneath and through. So you're going from V to V. Now Then you're going back to the other side. And then back to the front side. So what I actually like to do is, once you get a little bit more advanced and you try this out multiple times, I like to kind of combine two at the same time. So I go through like this, and then I go over here and go to the next one. And sometimes if you're able to, you can even bend it this far that you go another time. So that way you combine three at the same time, and then you're just pulling it through. Now when you pull, make sure you don't pull too much, because otherwise you're crunching it all up. Just pull enough that it's straight, that the stitches align to each other. Do you see this? These stitches align. Okay, so that's how you want it to do. So now I came over, I'm over here, so now I'm going back over here. So it is really, really easy. It might be a bit time consuming, but I feel like this might actually be faster than crocheting. So unless you do the join as you go, because that way you do in the last round, as well as the sewing together while you crochet pretty much. So this is pretty much how this technique works. And now you're going to keep on going and do that with all the squares in the arrangement you like. And in the end, it will look just like that. The V's touch each other, and it all looks really, really neat and pretty. It's really, really neat. So let me keep going just for a little bit more, so you can see how this looks like. So once I come out over here, I always go to the next side. So as I just said, I like to combine multiple together because it goes a hint faster. Let's see. Sometimes two is enough. And then you go back over and do it again. This technique is very easy, and it works ideal for people who are a little bit scared of the join as you go method or any other method. Like there's a braided version out there. There's so many different stitches out there how you can combine squares to make them into a blanket or anything else you want to do with them. But I really enjoy this method. If you have something where you're trying to make sure that all the squares together seem to be melting together rather than showing that they're different. And in this case, I really wanted to point that out because these are all flowers on a grass area, and I wanted to make sure that the grass looks like all grassy. Now, I hope this video is very helpful for you, and if it is, please like, comment, and share. Also share my blog posts on social media, because that really does help me create more of these awesome videos. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel so the next time around you get a notification and know exactly when a new video is available. So this is how it looks like. Really pretty, doesn't it? Thanks for watching, you guys. See you next time. Bye.